So BioWare has released their first in-depth trailer to combat mechanics in their upcoming Mass Effect Andromeda, and I'm gonna talk about it. Let's dive right in. So from the get-go we see that this gameplay is super dynamic. It's much more fluid and there is much more movement on the screen going on. Unlike the previous Mass Effects where you had to hunker down really and hide behind the cover all the time, this one actually takes you out of that cover and straight into the action. Here we see female writer and she still looks a little bit wonky. So as I mentioned before, the gameplay is much more dynamic than previous Mass Effects, and you can see that with that jetpack. Look at it go. You're just all over the place on the battlefield. In addition to the jetpack, BioWare introduces dynamic cover system that, from what we can see here, works seamlessly and should make every battle even faster and more varied, as you don't get stuck behind the same cover over and over. Pistols, shotguns, sniper and assault rifles are making their return into the game.
And sniper and assault rifles.
What got me overly excited is melee weapons. As with the improved mobility, it seems you just may play as a pure melee character. In terms of weapon variety, it looks like we're in for a treat. Being able to use any one out of 5 weapon types available without class restrictions, they also divide into 3 categories: projectile, beam and plasma, which in turn seems like a parallel to different types of magic in Dragon Age Inquisition and how they varied in usefulness in different situations.
Remnant weapons typically use beams, have a high rate of fire, and are extremely accurate. Helios weapons are technology from civilizations that live in the Helios cluster of Andromeda. They are generally plasma-based, which means they are slower speed, but benefit from heat-seeking technology. While some are charge-based, the longer you charge them before releasing, the harder they hit.
It appears that in Mass Effect Andromeda, players will truly be able to make not only the story their own, for what BioWare is known for, but also the gameplay itself. As per tradition, the 3 main skill trees are back, and are divided into combat, tech and biotic abilities. Most of them are either a variance of vanilla skills or an exact replica with a beefed up animation and graphics. And to be honest, it gets me very excited to see flamethrower in action or the pull and throw ability as we see here. I just can't wait to see the crazy combos people will come up with when the game ships this March. As much as I'm excited for this game and impressed by everything we saw so far, there are a few things that worry me a lot. Will the AI be smart and realistic, or will it know where you are at all times? As we saw, skills such as Tactical Cloak are making a return, combined with the Nasari Blade featured previously. I would really like to see if this game will be playable in stealth or semi-stealth. Throughout this clip we can see that it's very dynamic in combat, and I hope there is a balance in it, and you are not encouraged to stay out in the open, guns blazing, or hide behind the cover all the time on harder difficulties, making certain classes and abilities useless altogether. Companion AI is another concern of mine, as Mass Effect never had a problem with companion AI as such. Here and there they would, however, just start obstruct your path for no real reason, costing you precious seconds in combat. In any case, BioWare is facing an army of fans, me included, that are expecting 10 out of 10 points on all aspects of the game, and in fairness, that does put them under a lot of pressure. But I sincerely think and hope, from what we saw already, it's going to be another slam dunk for Mass Effect franchise. For more on ME Andromeda, subscribe and stay tuned.